My name is Enrique Gomez, and I'm an associate professor of physics and astronomy over here. I started really as a teenager as an amateur astronomer. It started essentially as a passion for myself, but the other part for me that was very important starting as an amateur is that as a teenager, I joined a local astronomy club in San Jose, California, and that's kind of where I got the bug, not just to study astronomy and to seek out those experiences to observe the sky, but also to share the sky with as many people as possible. One of the things that people look forward to in astronomy is essentially stepping out from the frame of everyday life and the world's problems and to contemplate, well, essentially deep mysteries, right? Essentially, what is the origin of the universe? What is out there that is beyond your perspective? And to a certain extent, that's also true with the astronomy the inside, the perspective of someone who actually does research. One hopes to actually capture that moment of thrill and wonder and discovery. However, in day to day, a lot of this is a lot of essentially tedious operations having to do with being able to extract the data. One of the jokes like that is that astronomy is really data science at this point. So essentially a lot of computation, a lot of processing, and one of the things that people don't appreciate is just the tremendous amount of data. The data sets that we talk about are huge. Single images could be as big as whole movie files. But beyond that, we have petabytes of data out there, most of it that has only very surfacely been analyzed. And one of the things that we try to encourage people to do is to get a hold of some of those data sets and actually explore it themselves. Astronomy can be an intimidating hobby, not so much for the science, but also kind of like the costs and the investment that goes into learning some of these things. And for someone who's just starting, we're talking about young families and kids. The thing that I just recommend over and over and over again, just a pair of binoculars and a good star chart. What's wonderful about this is that this fascination with the sky really crosses cultural barriers. Like I could set up something else, say in Mexico, and I could get a big enough crowd too, right? As a matter of fact, I've done it. You bring people from across various cultures, religious backgrounds, even political divides. Right? It's one of those things that is always wonderful to see, that even though we are really fractured as a country, politically, ideologically right now, I could have very rich and meaningful conversations with people whose politics differ substantially from me when it comes to looking at the night sky. Looking at the sky is a pleasurable activity, and I would argue, and I've given presentations about this in conferences, that you can even think of astronomy as being medicine. People feel really good when they start talking about the sky and they start learning about the sky, whether they are learning things for the first time or they are experts in the field.